Welcome to Retail Retold, the stories behind how that store landed in your neighborhood. I'm Chris Ressa, in conversation with the people and stories shaping retail and real estate. Brought to you by DLC. Welcome to Retail Retold, everyone. I'm your host, Chris Ressa, and today I'm joined by Sedgwicks Davis, one of the owners of Myles Davis Protective Services out of Baltimore, Maryland. I'm excited for him to be here. Welcome to the show, Sedgwick.
Thank you, Chris. I'm excited to be here as well. Thanks for inviting me.
No problem. So, Sedgwick, tell me a little bit about your background and who you are and what you do.
Well, first, ironically, I know your show is, predominantly about like real estate.
Yep.
I used to be a real estate appraiser, so
Okay.
I understand that aspect of things as well. But we're here to talk about security and retail today. I have over 16 some odd years in the security field. I'm the chief executive operator for Myles Davis Protective Services. We've been in existence for roughly 3 years or so. We've developed a relationship in retail shopping centers in the Maryland area, not just the Baltimore area, but the entire state, looking to expand into other states as well.
So, what did you do before you started Myles Davis?
I actually was boots on the ground. I was a security officer. I supervised a lot of religious establishments. I've done executive protection work, worked at embassies, NFL details. I've done an extensive amount of different levels of security, but predominantly a lot of executive protection work with VIPs.
And historically, that type of security is typically a little different than security done at commercial real estate properties, correct?
Absolutely. I can say that it was kind of like a culture shock for me when I ventured into that realm of doing retail security. Two different ends of the spectrum, but the need and professionalism and advancement as far as like your skill set is still high. It's still needed to be on a high level.
Got it. And one of the things about Myles Davis, for those who don't know, you guys have brought a lot of the skill sets from some of those more, what others might consider more high-profile security details into the commercial real estate space.
Absolutely. It plays a huge, role in the professionalism, the ability to de-escalate and diffuse situations. Communication is everything, and you pick some of those skills up from being around the professionals. In some of those other lanes of security, you get to be around law enforcement, military, where you get, a little bit of a different level of experience that you can carry on and use it in different fields where you may not get those same professionals when it comes to public service, public safety.
So what was the catalyst for you to start your own company? How did that happen?
I can speak for myself. My partner Myles is not here, but I'll speak for myself. I've been an entrepreneur since I was a teenager. So I owned my first company at 19 years old. So I've just always had the whole knack of, if you teach me how to do something, I can go out here and I probably can, make it happen on my own. But I'm a huge, fan of people who believe in quality over quantity. So I saw a lot in the security field where it was just, it's kind of like a revolving door, like just putting a number on everything. And I wanted to be a company that we can actually provide quality service to clients and also really genuinely care about our team. The safety of our team, the well-being of our team, the advancement of our team. I wanted to do that differently because what I experienced as a guard with some companies, and this is not to knock anyone at all, I just wanted it to be a different culture in mind when setting out here to do security, where it's not just a business transaction as we're really committed to actually getting the job done.
Fantastic. When you started, right, you come from this experience of executives, pro athletes, embassy. How did you decide to, when you started your business, get into retail and commercial real estate? How did that happen? How did you decide to do that?
I'm a really straight up answer kind of guy.
Go ahead.
So I think just first I'll say it kind of fell in my lap.
Okay.
And I would like to say that based upon my performance as an officer on duty and also having the company at the same time, I was freelancing trying to build my business. And I ironically was aligned with a company who the previous company I had worked for was aligned with as well, a vendor management company. And they just so happened to be like probably one of the biggest companies, vendor management companies in the country right now in retail. So they were able to pass on some work to us through the other company who couldn't obtain, still obtain it. And they, we got like a thumbs up from that other company. Like, these guys will be great to take over for me. And I didn't know exactly 100% of what we were going to get into with retail. But once we got into it, from the previous experiences that we have, like my partner Myles has done like a lot of club security starting out, low income housing, where you can get a lot of bad energy from the community in some instances. For me, it was more about the threat, the bigger threat, like active shooters and things like that. So we were able to put our experiences together. And we both had worked some in retail, but to the magnitude of where we are now, we didn't expect it. It's a lot. It's a ton to deal with as a security company. It's a 7-day-a-week job if you want to do it the right way. If you really want to, please your client and make them feel like, they're getting their money's worth and you really care about what's going on. But to be totally honest with you, when I set out to start my company, I was not.
I figured. But now you've grown significantly because people are catching wind that you guys are different, and
Right.
you do security different, and you make properties safer, and there's this feeling out there that clearly if you choose the right security company, you can make places safer. So. So I want to bring us through, like, so if you're a landlord and you're going and looking at a security, you're thinking you want to bring on security. I want to talk about like the top three things that a property owner should consider when bringing on a new security detail. So with that, let's talk about what's one of those three things.
I would first say identifying what the problem is in your center or centers that you have. You want to know what the problem is and be able to communicate that to the security team that you potentially could be bringing in. So then they can take that information and put something together where it's, just to give an example, like, hey, is it, do you have loitering with some pretty aggressive, people that are out there? That are making people feel uncomfortable with passing in, just walking into a store. Has there been, things that have happened in a center where someone was harmed or theft, robberies and things like that. So you have to start to consider, hey, do I need a different level of security beyond just a basic unarmed security officer? Do I need someone who has a particular amount of years of experience? So that's what's happening on the security side of things. If they're doing it the right way, that's what we do.
Got it.
So I would say that
Identifying the actual problems, right?
absolutely.
I think that is a key one, and understanding your property and what's going on, so you can communicate that to the security company and see if they're the right fit. What's number two?
I'd say connecting with the community. The community would include local law enforcement, trying to create a relationship with them. In our situation, we've been fortunate enough to be able to have the help of property management because of their relationships with law enforcement to be able to build a strong relationship where we have been able to help them with things that help law enforcement, as I'm speaking of. We've been able to help them with issues that they somewhat probably in most cases they don't have the time for because of they have bigger issues that are going on in residential areas, out in the streets of the cities or whatever where we're working. Then I would say creating those relationships with the tenant, all of the tenants that are on site as well, making them feel comfortable, making them feel like, hey, this property management company is great. They provided us with protection. They make us feel safe in doing our business in these establishments, in these shopping centers, that is. That's what, and also the customers, making the customers feel safe as well. Because, I can say in my experience, I've heard where the customers have actually applauded the property management companies for providing that service.
That's great. Yeah, I think people probably at times underestimate how important the security company's relationship in the community can be on making the property safe. So that's a really really important consideration. And what's the last one? What's the other top thing that people should consider?
Our slogan is "Your protection is our commitment." So having a genuine commitment to actually getting the job done. Making sure that security team that you bring in, says what they means what they say.
Yeah, and that goes. That's really great, and that goes to a commitment to solving problems, not just actually kicking them to potentially law enforcement. Obviously, bringing law enforcement in when necessary, but is there a way for the security company to help make the place safer and solve problems? I think is really important, and are they committed to actually doing that? It, to me, is certainly critical in bringing on a new security company.
Absolutely. I also would, Chris. I would also sometimes elect to use different verbiage. Sometimes, like I know, sometimes we say the word "safe," you immediately think there was a danger. Like, what do we need to be safe from? So I want our team to make the customers, the tenants, feel welcomed.
I love that.
Where they're at, because it's in most situations, this is their community. You just kind of probably fill the space in their community to provide resources for them. So they should feel welcome wherever they go in their community. And if our role is to protect and keep safety there, we want them to feel welcome when they arrive, not just feel like that they are out of the way of a danger or something that could happen to them. I mean, unfortunately, that's the reality of it is, but it's a little bit more of a warm feeling when you hear that you're welcome wherever you go in your community.
Mic drop. I love that. And on that, I love that. You feel, the job is to make people feel welcome. That's a higher bar than safety. Safety is important, but can we get to a point where they feel welcome? That's fantastic. Sedgwick, thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. And really appreciate you coming on and sharing your insights into security. And listen, man, you have a great holiday.
Thank you. If you ever need me to come back on and talk some real estate appraising, man, I'm
I love it.
Do that too.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you for inviting me on, Chris. I really appreciate this. This is an honor.
Thank you. Appreciate you watching. Hit subscribe. See you in the next one.